Yo, what's up, everybody?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm I don't know, it's getting busy, so you know,
You
a
said
little
you were
tired.
crippled. You said you were crippled. How you crippled?
No, that was Jake. We'll see when he comes in.
Oh,
He's like, what did he say? He said same or something.
yeah. I kind of tore myself up yesterday.
All right. Well, welcome everybody coming in. I know it's gonna take a little minute for everybody to come in. Welcome to the People Show, the HVAC Knights. Jake is gonna be a little bit late as per usual now, I guess, and he'll pop in. You got your diet soda there.
Yeah, I like my Diet Pepsis.
I got Pepsi Zero in mine. I always get people that get after me like, oh, it's worse than the regular stuff. I'm like, just let me be,
Yeah.
It's better than everything else that's out there. What's up, Mike? What's up, Sam? Okay, Sam asked me who created the HVAC Knights logo and the metal badge intro. The intro videos, you can get those done by anybody. I did it through somebody on Instagram, I believe. But the Knights logo, I sketched it out, had somebody professionally draw it, and then it is what it is now.
Well, it looks good. I'm curious to find out what happened to Jake, if he's half crippled.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That he mentioned that there was a crazy story there. So I was like, yeah, we'll see when we get on. But now we got to wait on him. How did you cut your hand? Because you actually went through, like you said, a tendon.
I went all the way through the skin and cut part of my tendon underneath. And the way I did it was so stupid.
All right, I'm gonna just throw him in here.
Hi, I'm not ready, guys, but do your thing. Do your thing.
Do you want me to take you out?
Nah, dude, people need to see my face.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I used a metal hanging strap to hang up capacitors.
Yeah.
I was having trouble drilling through one of them, so I laid it down on the ground with a self-tapping screw and went to drill through it, and the hanging strap spun around and hit my knuckle and just sliced me open.
Sure.
And then how many stitches you got there?
Two.
Ouch, man. Was it a bloody mess?
Actually, no, it didn't bleed much at all.
No? Dang.
But I'm gonna tell you, I could see my tendon moving under my skin.
No shit.
Sounds about right.
So I just sat there and looked at it for a second, and I thought, I think I'm gonna have to go to the doctor.
Yeah, that's not one of those like self bandages type of deal, right? You got to actually go in. Because I was gonna say I was the one last time with the hospital grade band-aids and trying not to drip blood in the walk-in box that I was working on, and then now you guys got hurt, right, Jake?
Yeah, I think so. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Is that good?
Yeah, you sound fine. You said you had
got
hurt too.
When? Who?
You.
Who said I got hurt?
You said. What were you talking about? Crazy story.
Oh, it was nothing. It really wasn't anything serious.
Golly,
I just want to. Sorry.
He probably got like a paper cut or something.
No, I did get a cut. Was running running thermostat wire today and cut myself. No, the story was the reason I was going to be late is like I was parking the truck because we can't have the truck here, so it's in the we have it at like the storage unit spot, our office, and so we're waiting to get that shit situated. Anyways, there's a lady there that we know from church who was trying to load up a mattress in the back of her car, but she couldn't. She literally just got going through rehab. She broke both of her arms. So she's trying to lift this like queen size mattress in the back of her car, and I was like, and then she couldn't find her keys and her lock, and so like so that's that it wasn't nothing like that, boy. Sorry to get you excited.
No, because
helping old women, you can't go wrong helping old women.
That's it, man. That's what we're here for, right? Oh my God,
That's somebody's grandma.
Yep.
Yeah. We know who it is.
So how's the hand, Kurt? Bothering you?
Yeah.
Well, I can still grip that 44 Magnum like it ain't nobody's business, brother.
See this finger?
Yeah.
I can barely move it.
At least it wasn't that's not your dominant hand, right?
No, it's because it's so painful I can barely move it. It's still connected. It's just really painful. So I've been barely using my left hand at work.
It's
You
hot.
okay there?
God, no, I'm not, dude. I'm sweating. Did an install today.
You don't have that fan on you?
No.
What are you installing?
We did a Rude 3-ton 15.2 SEER 2 stage. Nothing crazy. Looked pretty good. We gotta go back for some cosmetic stuff, but yeah, man, it turned out really good. It's for an old lady too, helping her out.
All right. So are you dabbling into kitchen work, or what was that you were on the other day?
Oh, that one was the wild one. What's up, eh? Give me a second, fellas.
Sure. No problem.
Oh,
So
he
I
was
guess
doing some kitchen work.
Yeah, well, I'll wait till he comes back. I had an email that came through. Hope all is well with you. God bless, and you and your family. Quick question for reliable and HVAC guy. Can you do a video? Well, I guess it's a request. Can you do a video on 24-volt circuits in a residential air conditioning system and the problems with the main components that for the controls? They're a 4th year out of HVAC school, currently working for somebody else, and they love to learn from our channels. I don't know if you would ever do like if you watch your videos, I think you do go through your troubleshooting.
I just did a low voltage video today on my Spanish channel.
Oh, okay.
But I do low voltage stuff all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, as far like there's no dedicated video to it, but like when you get there and you have a low voltage issue, I mean,
and I think I've got a playlist for low voltage. You just look for it and you'll find some stuff there.
Oh, okay. I haven't done the whole playlist thing. I think I did when I started my channel, but it was just like I divided it from commercial refrigeration and HVAC stuff. So I just divided it like that. I never thought to divide it by like specific things. Well, I mean, you have so many videos that'll be easier for me to look through them. But
I do like compressors, low voltage, electrical,
okay,
capacitors. I did that one for the capacitors in a box. And
so okay, well, you got playlists then, and we can
I got
just find them there.
Yeah.
Good to know. I didn't even know that.
I made another playlist for like entrepreneurial videos.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Do you get a lot of questions on the business stuff?
I do. I get them locally from people here, and I get them either via email or sometimes comments on videos.
All right, so man, what was I gonna say? I had a question for Jake, and he took off. Well, for me, I've been doing a lot of maintenance. Your favorite. That's what's gonna keep me busy for the next month. You good there, Jake? Can't hear you. You're muted on the. No, you're muted on the computer.
Well, who did that, bud? My daughter just kicked my son in the mouth, and he was bleeding. Detached the little lip thing and all that shit. So I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it. God, I hate the way this shit looks. It looks so dumb.
I was actually gonna say that I've been pretty busy and stuff too, and then like I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, the kids have actually been pretty good this past week or so. So I can't say that they've been driving me up a wall lately.
Fortunate, yeah. No, they start spring break today, and then so they'll be off. They start off tomorrow, all next week, and it's a whole thing, dude. They just can't play nicely. I told them we're going on a reprogramming. Like the Krauss house is going through a reprogramming phase this weekend, cutting back on a lot of shit, diets, electronics, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Gonna get our minds right.
Yeah, my kids are all into the Roblox right now.
Oh yeah, that's what they're playing.
Roblox.
It's a little digital game there. It's
like a
bunch of little games. Yeah.
Yeah, open world, and you can play online with other kids. Like my son doesn't live with us, so like that's how our daughter and my son play. Is they connect online and play on the
you can play
on
like
that thing.
A bunch of little games and stuff.
Okay.
I didn't know how popular it was.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it.
Well, come on, Kirk, get on it.
All I do is work in these.
I was gonna say, do you expect him to play it? Like he doesn't have kids.
Yes, Riley might. At least it's two nuts.
Oh my God. I was chilling on the sofa and Riley jumped on my face tonight. It was like a punch to the face.
Ain't no doubt about it. Dude's got paws like George Foreman, you know?
About that big around.
Yeah, my brother has German Shepherds. Those are huge ass dogs.
Big boys.
Yeah. Just Rudy in here. Everybody's trying to do the push-up challenge trend again.
How many we need to do?
What is it, 10, 20?
Nah, we got to see how many everybody can do in a minute. How about that?
Just like nonstop.
Yeah.
They were doing the 22 challenge one. I forgot what it's called. 22 too many or something like that.
When I started doing push-ups, and I hadn't done any in a while, I was doing 22 every day because that's the average number of veterans that commit suicide every day.
That was it. Yeah. That's what they were doing. So they tagged me on Instagram and I had to do it. I should have tagged you guys.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I got a torn rotator cuff, so I'll just do one arm push-ups from here on out.
No biggie. So, Kurt, they had a question for you. What's the number one question you get from people that are asking about the business side?
Really, people want to know, how do you start? What do I need to do to start a business? And I can really only answer from the perspective of Georgia.
Yeah.
It's different in other places, but some places you don't have to have a license, and some places you do. In Georgia, you do. And then, nailing down insurance and all that stuff. But I get a lot of questions about how to start it and what it was like.
Yeah, same. I just did a jobber panel, and that's what they wanted me to go in there for. Like, how is it starting? How do you get your customers, basically? We got Scott from LinkedIn. Are you guys mostly residential? And what do you guys think of the Amana S series inverters, or inverters in general?
I haven't seen one. I do mostly residential. I haven't seen, if it's a Amana inverter, it's probably made by Daikin.
That's a big 10-4, Kurt. I've installed 2, and this was at my previous company where we did a lot of train XVs, and we would do the what is it like? 'Cause,
I don't know why Kurt keeps disappearing.
and I went on startup. We just did like 2 of them. I really actually I did like the startup method and the sound. They ran really well. I couldn't tell you much more than that. I love inverters. I think inverters obviously are the way to go. I mean, that's where everything's going anyways. It's just being trained on them and knowing, but they're all like Bluetooth now anyways. So it's like,
Yeah, that's what I had seen. Like they have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or something.
Well, if it's a Mana or Daikin, yeah, they probably are.
Yeah, and I know Goodman's is the Cool Cloud, so you got to set theirs up through the app. So you got to make sure you're connected. Train's new TAM X's and XVs are the same way, and the new Rude Endeavor is the same way. Now the Train one, to commission it, you have to go through the app. The other ones you don't. It'll start, but you still gotta kind of program the trim levels and things like that.
I haven't sold any of the Rudes that require the app.
Yeah, we just
set up because they're not the ones that I saw, not the higher SEER ones, but the lower SEER inverter ones aren't always true inverter.
There's only one real inverter. Yeah, they only have like one true inverter. Like they have, 14 with the decimals, the 14, 15, 16, and 18. The 16 is a 2-stage like modulating compressor. It's like a rotary compressor, but when it gets into that second stage or in the middle of it or something is when it's some fucking weird technology, bro. I just did a class on it. It's not like a true variable though, or like inverter. Their 18 SEER is inverter, which is like full on communicating all that BS. We just took the class 2 weeks ago so we can get certified to sell it because customers were asking. I would probably stay away from the 16s.
But if they would make an inverter heat pump that is more like these ones that are like mini splits,
they are
need heat strips. I'd sell them.
They're coming out with something. Well, the footprint of them anyway, kind of like the Daikin fits and all that, and agree like those or whatever ones, like the side discharge ones with the air handlers. So this is what the guy told me. Rude will be discontinuing their 16, I think, and going to those. It's like a hybrid. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We'll keep everybody posted.
Yeah, I only do commercial. I have nothing to input on that, but I would like to put an inverter in my house.
They're the way to go. I mean, in our markets, it's no reason not to. I'd like to try the Bosch ones. Sorry.
Are you guys seeing any R32?
Not yet.
No.
Which ones are doing the 454, and then who's doing R32? Which ones?
I forgot, but there's 2
and 2. It's gonna be 2 and 2, right?
Amana and Daikin are doing 32.
Mm-hmm.
I think Train is doing the 454B.
I think you're right.
And I think that's the same case with Ream and Rude when they switch. But the rest, I'm not real sure.
It's a whole thing. It's a mess.
I think Daikin produced the R32. That's why they're using it.
Would make sense. Solid.
Yeah, because I had Tony from Field Piece on, and we were talking about that, and I was like, dude, I'm getting so annoyed because I do refrigeration. I have already 3 or 4 to carry, and then like when this happens, it's gonna be a whole thing.
You're gonna have to have 2 more. Yeah.
Gonna need like 3 tank holders in the van.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but we'll probably just stay in our lane and whatever one we move. I mean, you're gonna have to have backup. Yeah, so you're gonna have to have primarily what you work on the most, 2 of those, or whatever you do, and let it ride. So, but I think we'll be cool with it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you still got some time. Not really.
I know a guy that already is installing them. I can't remember where he's from. He's on TikTok, and we were talking about it. He was like that he's the only guy that's installed one. I guess his company got on board to already do those R32s systems. So I was like, cool.
I know like 2 years ago, there was only like 4 states that were able to do it. And I know Florida was one of them at the time, but I haven't came across any of it.
And we'll be the last ones to see it because I never, or we always have older equipment around here, and I don't do residential, so I don't see that stuff.
Yeah, we heard you the first time. I don't do residential.
All right, so
because you're the man, bro. No.
well,
Hey,
I'm not gonna.
you still see some fucked up stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
What is that? My man said that's so casual. Now we really know how Kurt be talking.
Well,
you're right.
yeah.
You really do though.
I always say I wish I had started my channel like a year or a couple months sooner because I saw a lot of crazy crap right before. Like now it's a little, we streamlined it a little bit more, and we kind of stick to the certain franchises or national accounts that we deal with. And it's the same thing at every store, right? And we've already been there long enough to kind of clean up those messes. But which I do have a topic I'll bring up in a bit concerning that. But like we've cleaned up most of them, and it's a little more streamlined. Like I don't see the bad stuff as much anymore. But man, when I started, like that's all I saw. Like wires cut, wire nuts.
You posted a video not long ago where you were sent to like a restaurant to see, or a bar, and they wanted to reopen a bar or something.
I don't know how the hell they're gonna do that, but yeah,
that was a disaster.
And they told me that guy had just been there, and he showed me the invoice, charged him like $1,000 around that, or maybe a little bit more, and it was to fix a leak and replace a solenoid valve, right? I go up there and I'm like, this thing is still leaking, right? It had a leak on the other valve. And yeah, that's the one that didn't call me back. So I thought it would be cool to work on that stuff because that's what I used to work on, is all that kind of old equipment and, trying to get it from trash and clean it up and all that. But yeah, they weren't going to pay. So.
Oh, I got a question. Is there another company that's making those smart cooler air handlers that control defrost and everything like that, or is it just
it's heat? You're talking about like the Heatcraft stuff?
Heatcraft, yeah. Is anybody else doing that?
Yeah, what's the other one? Somebody told me about the other one.
Yeah,
there's usually like 2. Russell is the other one.
Might be.
You don't know jack shit.
Yo, it's definitely fucking Russell, bro. Like dangerous.
Because yeah, Heatcraft does the intelligent one, and then I think the beacon. There's a beacon one. It's the same thing. It's a board that's hidden, and then there's Mike, Russell and Keep Right. So like I ran into a Russell board recently, and I've never seen one, and it's just, it looks normal from the outside and everything, and then you open it up and there's a big board inside that controls everything. Has a little controller. You got to hit some buttons, get through it, and all that. The intelligent one is the one that's like in your face. It's like a big thing on the outside that's all digital. You got the knob, you got the buttons and everything, and they're really cool to install because it doesn't take much. You just put it in. You don't need anything on the condenser. You can use the existing one or put in just a basic condensing unit. That thing does everything. It does the defrost. It schedules, all that stuff. It does it all at the evaporator. Yeah, somebody brought up that was a mess. The one that you're asking about, where I had the bar. I actually had a comment, and they're like, "Dude, I quoted the same thing." So another company that went out there, actually saw the video and commented that they had gone out there too, and they got the same treatment. Like they got ghosted.
Speaking of ghosting, Heatcraft has ghosted me after they said I could tour their plant.
That's messed up. I wanted to see that.
Well, it's because they saw what you did to that InfiniCon leak detector, and they're like, "This guy's coming with a hammer and swinging, bro."
Russell is the Key E2. Master built. They're all the same. There's only a couple that are different. They're all the same. They just go by different names because there's Master built, Heatcraft. That's why he's saying Russell owns Keycraft. I don't know. I can't keep track anymore.
Heard kids. Is your kids, bro?
No.
Does anybody hear kids? Bro, I know.
Is that yours?
No.
I got a TV in the background.
They sound like some kids or something. Somebody laughing.
Somebody yelling.
Your boy got ears on pawn ears now, so I can hear.
Master built is Norlake. Yeah, I mean, I get them confused. They're all the same. So I don't want to call you out, Jake, but like I want to ask the chat because I have this picture pulled up that Jake sent over. Does anybody know? Let's see if I can get it in the chat what this is right here, because I had the same reaction that Jake did when he first saw it.
Yeah,
which
like,
is like, what the hell is this?
I'm like, why'd they just stuff a condenser instead of just putting it on the roof, bro? Like, I didn't open the bitch up. They had like bolts. I think you can see there. They had the bolts on. I wasn't about to take them off, and I got to the other side, and they had them.
Why did they make them like that? It looks like it's just rigged up.
That's exactly. I thought it was like ghetto as fuck, but like it's brand new. So I'm like,
I had the same reaction. So I saw one of these for the first time like a few years into when I started, but it was a little bit longer and it had two condensers, and I've actually seen a few of those like that. So it had two condensers on top, and I thought the same thing. I was like, who the fuck like rigged this or what? I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
So yeah. Now for real, I've been on the roof at the mall and seen a package unit where somebody has ripped out the condenser and installed a condenser sitting on top of that corner of the package unit.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, you got to go back to that mall and get a picture.
Take a picture?
Yeah, we got to see that shit.
I need to go through my photos. I've seen stuff like that too, or they'll leave the unit that's bad just right there next to it, and they'll install a split system or something else in its place, but like they don't even take it down, they leave it there.
Oh, I've been on roofs and seen compressors and motors and
yeah, there was one that I had. And it should have been a warning. There was like 3 or 4 compressors just lined up right there. You know, they had just replaced them. Yeah.
I used to throw those things off the roof, take them home, and scrap them.
Yeah, bro. That's why I'm like.
Oh yeah, we would take you. I mean, you got to. We would take over the account, take all that down, like you said, scrap it. You know, do all that for them.
Shit, I do that. If I drive by an abandoned building, I just go cut it open and take it with me.
Yeah. So everybody in the chat, it is the makeup air, that conditioned makeup air. So it's gonna have your intake and all that, and then you're gonna have an actual condenser on it because there's an evaporator in there, and you're gonna have heating and cooling in that thing.
It's crazy, bro. And that blower was ginormous, like that whole box, bro. I was like, damn, okay. But
so you opened? Oh yeah, you did open it, right? Because you checked the evap and all that.
Yeah. So I told y'all what ended up happening. It was what they were like. So we did end up going through the settings and changing a bunch of shit, and we got to put like some transmitters or transducers on some sensors and shit. And then I told you about the little paper towel trick the dude said to do, and we're good. Right? So,
well, like it was, I see that way too many times. Like it's, or you overthink it because you're like,
for sure. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, because you're like, this thing should be working, or it's doing this, or it's doing that. When all you need to do is go check or figure it out, because the customer is gonna argue with you or tell you, nah, we didn't mess with anything, or this and that, or it was working before. That's another famous line.
For sure.
And then you go check the thermostat and you find, you know, what you found, which is set too damn low.
Right. And then they probably just like when I was talking to the dude on the phone, when going through the controls, he was just like, They probably had a shipment overnight. You know, I mean, they were loading up the thing, had that shit running. The door was just wide open. You know what I mean? It's like, I was like, yeah, probably. And then I told y'all like that one that I thought was potential. I didn't know. Like you said, it could have been defrost, but he was charging it up when I left. I was like, yeah, you might want to check this one. Just the old eye test.
You gonna get into the refrigeration?
I'd like to just like dabble with it and learn it, but I don't want to deal with like what y'all do with the hours and having to worry about people's product and shit. Like I don't want to do that because then you're like, you know what I mean? Like I like my routine, my hours. No, it'd be nice to have like, hey, look, dude, I only function for that shit during these, but they're gonna go somewhere else, you know?
Yeah. No, we deal with that too. Like I said, we've streamlined it pretty well. I haven't worked the weekend in a while, but it's a slow season, I guess. We'll see how summer is. Yeah, young, it's light commercial. I get it.
It's pretty industrial, bro. So I mean, that's some big shit. I don't know what he does, but I could stand up inside of that thing.
No, we have an overtime deal, you know, all the standard stuff, but we have customers that don't want to pay that. So there are calls that come through and another company ends up going. I'm assuming they're cheaper or something.
For sure.
And they have us both on call. So like it's kind of weird because they have several companies, which is what I was going to bring up in a bit. As far as that, like have you guys had that, or what do you think of when multiple companies show up to a customer's place?
That only happens during like estimates or something.
Yeah. Yep.
But most of my customers know that after a certain time, if I'm at home, I ain't going back out.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I mean, I'll tell them I can be there.
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll make sure to be like, hey, you know, we can get there first thing tomorrow, yada yada yada. You know, feed them like, hey, we're busy right now. You know, what are they gonna say? Like, no, you're not. And the next thing is like where most of my work is like an hour drive. So by the time I get home, it's like, nah, I just drove an hour, not going. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's not gonna make sense for us money wise to go. You know what I mean? For that, and it's just the predicament we're in until we, you know.
Jake, I did the same thing when I was first looking for a shop.
Yeah,
I had a storage unit. I had barely enough room in there to stand up and make a rain hood.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have my own place yet.
For sure. Yeah, we're you know, baby steps right now. We were excited to get the damn storage unit. Like, hell yeah, look at this shit, y'all. You know what I mean?
Does it have electricity?
No, Kurt. I mean, no. But we were only going to get a 10 by 10, and because like we're just. But luckily they had it, but like the way it was, we have a hill here, and it was like I couldn't get shit up in there because it didn't work. So I was like, I need the one that's flat, and we got a 10 by 20, and thank God we did because. I mean, we can go up, but it's getting pretty packed in there, which is it's good. It feels good, you know.
I was gonna say you're gonna fill that up pretty quick.
Yeah, so we'll get there. So slowly but surely, a couple things came through. I'll drop a video. I have a video ready to go out. I just kind of talk some stuff in there, and yeah, it's exciting, man.
Like I want to see more of the van.
Yeah.
The van look cool.
It's gonna be in there. Yeah, it's gonna. I show it off. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, I'm pumped, dude. Like today we did the install, had the van there, looked dope as shit. We got like a feather flag, and we're like, yo, what's up? Everybody stopped, gave out cards and shit because they're like, man, what's going on here? You know what I mean? It's like putting on a show for people to see, and it just felt good that like instead of showing up with like a truck and a blank van, it's just like.
Yeah.
Like residentially, it means more. Like commercial, you don't really need to announce that you're there. You know what I mean? But
no, we just park around the back in the alley, whatever.
Get up there. Yeah. It just blows my mind that there's these people.
It looks more professional.
It does, man. I'm like, hell yeah. And then like like we got different type of shirts. Like we got t-shirts, and then we got the like Nike polos, and then we got garage tees. And he just wear them for different facets. Like, okay, we're gonna do an estimate, so Jake will pull his fucking hair back and wear the polo and tuck the shirt in and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's cool, man. Like I'm excited.
You got a lot of hats to wear.
Yeah, but it's cool, man. I'm with it, man, because it gives me like I'll know each avenue and best way to do it, build the processes and procedures the way I want it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it gets too crazy, we'll figure something out. But I think we'll see. It might be fucking overwhelming. I can't do this shit.
You can do it.
We got pens, you go out to the restaurants, bro. You give the servers and shit like a stack of pens, and then like people will see it. I mean, it's little dumb shit like that, but we got I'm excited. I could talk forever.
No, we do the pens. We do like mugs or like the stainless steel tumbler stuff. My dad gets into it. Like he likes doing all that stuff.
Hell yeah.
I don't really do it for advertising, but like at Christmas, I might get a bunch of tumblers made up and give them out to my best customers.
Okay, that's what my dad does. Yeah.
Well, I think I told you guys. So I'm getting the laser thing. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Laser.
like a laser.
That's what I wanted for work. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get fucking tumblers. I'll just make this shit myself. You can get
just put the name, engrave everything.
That's what well, see, here's the plan, bro. So, everybody puts stickers on their shit. Well, the stickers fade and all that stuff. I'll engrave the logo and like the thing and pop rivet that bitch onto the condenser or something. Like, what's up? Try taking that bitch.
You know what I mean? Try taking that
Somebody
off.
will just put a sticker on
Yeah,
it.
just straight over it. Like, yeah, well, I'll come back and I'll put one on the inside on top of the compressor.
Oh.
But yeah, it's funny. My dad does the same thing. Like for Christmas, he'll ask me like, order some mugs and cups and all that, so we can give them out to certain customers, like the longtime customers and stuff like that. We do pens, and I'm looking into like other stuff, seeing what we can do to be like creative with it. But that's what we do too, and the pens are a big one too.
We're gonna do the like swag bags and shit. Like say, you sell or so you put an install into the house or whatever. You go back in there, make it cool, not just like corny as hell. Like the company I came from in Maryland, they would give out like their merch. And it's like nobody's gonna wear that. Like know what I mean?
You don't have shirts to give out.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna. So we did. We got a big batch of shirts, and the dudes at the supply house was like, "Yo, let me get one." I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." Da, da, da. You know what I mean? I'm wearing this shit to the gym. Like, you better.
Yeah, because I try to do that with ours. Because like this one is the polyester one for summer and stuff.
Nice. Yeah.
And it's nice, professional, whatever. But the ones that the cotton t-shirts that we did, those we wore for a long time, and those were always conversation starters, because I put on the back, I'm here because you broke something, right?
Yeah.
Just a little quote on the back. It actually pissed off a few managers.
Yeah.
And yeah, my dad got into it with some of them.
So you better pump the brakes.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's disrespectful, or I don't know what it was. So I made those for fun. My dad was the one that was like, make those our uniforms, and then we rolled with it.
Hell yeah.
And it's always like a conversation starter, because even when I'm out getting lunch or at the gas station, whatever it is, like they'll ask me about the shirt, and then they'll be like, oh, what do y'all do and stuff. So make the shirts, fun like that, like either give them out or just have them stand out.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Homie's all about it. Q is, like I said, he's all about all that stuff. He likes getting all like into it. Like we're into all the Facebook groups now. Like we had to get approved for a couple to be able to make posts, and we made special promotions for those people. So like we ready, bro. Like
you work all the angles, and then you come to find out that all those angles, some of them
exactly, and like
some
that's
of them
where
do, some of them don't.
And then you get, exactly. So the other one is like getting a different phone number to track. Like we're gonna do other different type of like marketing strategies, right? To where it's like, all right, we're gonna change the number here to see how many calls come from this, and yada yada yada. Same. So we'll see, man.
I did that with the yellow pages so
Mhm.
they could track calls that came from the yellow pages. And I ended up at the end of that having to send out mass emails telling people, hey, that's not my phone number. Call me at my regular phone number, because I ended up dropping that.
Oh, no shit.
Mm.
Well, damn. We're all here together, though. We'll go learn it. And yeah, you know.
Oh wait.
What you see that? Like when are we talking about like how you fixed it up, or
Oh, he wants you to get one now.
why?
I don't know. I didn't understand the question when I pulled it up. I was barely reading it right now.
Well, he said right,
Uh,
Curtis. So should I get one, bro?
Shop around.
What'd you do with it? Did you exchange it?
I did. I took it back.
Okay.
I mean, at least you got that shit going, bro. Golly, my
I
man.
like hooking them up to houses and doing it right, making so that you can power the whole house. And I've done it at a couple places now. It's just something that I'm interested in.
I need to do that. We bought a generator, I think it was last year, and we had that intention too. I just never got around to it.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. I'm slow.
You know, you can find a video from
Yeah, I know. I could
favorite-
find it. I could find a
DIY.
I could find Dave. Yeah. Oh, Dave.
What does he do? One of that too?
That's how he got his big break, bro. And then
Yeah, that's right. He has a how-to on how to do that.
yeah, no,
And then he has a whole bunch of like generator videos.
yeah.
How to power your heat in the winter.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody go light their shit on fire and cause an explosion.
Hey, the apartment maintenance pro guy just dropped another video of him doing a condenser, and the dude's doing good work, man.
Did he throw everything on the roof again, though?
No, he just
I didn't
showed
like.
he showed the old condenser and went, and the new one was there.
That easy. God dang it.
So we didn't get to see that this time.
I was gonna say, does he talk? Because I went through a couple of videos.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of.
You sure? You sure about that? You sure about that?
What's up, Jason? He's asking. He wants an update on your hand.
Oh, it's
Get a
It's
close
swollen,
up.
right?
Give him
it's
a
a
close
work
up.
in progress. It's swole.
Look at that shit, boy. You can see, like, golly.
I gotta be careful with it.
He really punched somebody. To tell the truth.
Yeah, their tooth was sticking out, and I punched them in there.
Oh, Snaggletooth over here was gnarly, bro. Like, what you say?
Okay, so Rudy's asking. I found these Aeon units on this.
AA Ron.
It's like a, huh?
I was reading the thing. AA Ron. You ever see? It's a skit. Go ahead.
I was it's a new building. It's the same customer that we have. They opened a new location. Apparently they went with Aeon units. It looks like they have a little more than they need, but it's a small building. Like the layout's weird too, but they have 3. One of them said that it was 13 ton. I think they're all the same RTUs on this building. Now we got a call on it, and this is why I brought up the whole, like, if you guys ever get multiple companies that show up to your call, right? Now we went out there to fix, I think, the kitchen AC. My guy, and if anybody wants an update on Pops, when I got there, he was on the damn roof, so he's out there doing it. Like, I don't know. And then he's like, I don't know why I came up here. He's like, I'm tired now. But he took a seat. He was helping. But we had a guy there that was checking the kitchen AC. He noticed that the front AC was also like not on, and it was hot out. And that thing looked like it had been worked on. Like the condensing motor was spliced in. You can see all the wire nuts. we opened the compartment. There's a bunch of stuff burnt out, right? So we were gonna start tracing it. I think the smoke detector wasn't working either. So we had a bunch of issues in this, and I meant to tell because I tagged the HVAC doctor in it because that's all he works on, Aeon stuff.
Yeah.
And I meant to message him back. I was like, dude, this thing had like so many problems with it, but we couldn't touch it because we got a call that the installing company was already there, and they were gonna go back and then deal with it, you know. So my dad was like, you know, kind of pissed, and he's like, close it up. Tell him to close it up. Let's get out of here. We're still gonna bill for what, you know, for checking it and all that, because they were complaining that it was hot in a certain area, but it's because two of the ACs weren't working. But that's the thing we have to deal with, especially on commercial, is like a lot of like multiple companies coming out to the same location call, and I hate when they do that.
That's
Never
happened a couple
experienced
times.
it. Yeah, right.
That's happened.
How
a
do you
couple
guys
times.
deal with it? Like, can you even charge?
Well, when it happens to me, it's the other company that gets nervous and says, well, do you want me here or not? I just
Oh.
keep doing my thing.
I just chop it up and be like, "Hey, man, what you doing there?" No, I've never walked into it. One time with another company, it was like you said, it was an estimate.
Yeah, that happens.
Let's see.
No, for us, it happens with calls. That's what I'm saying. Like the other company, and that's the hard part about it, because the other company, I'm assuming, is cheaper or something, but they don't really like their work. I don't know. They prefer us, so we get a majority of the calls. It's just like after hours, and that's probably why we don't get weekend calls either. Is like they call the cheaper company because our overtime it's a time and a half for us. It's not even that big of a deal. So
$225 right here, bud. You say that, and they said, "Nice, I'll call somebody else."
no, it helped tremendously because we had customers that would call us out for the dumbest things
for
after
sure.
hours and this and that. We're like, it could wait, you know, like, you know, come on. But yeah, they have this other company, and then some places get confused on who to call. Sometimes like it's a whole thing. And then like, you know, we were out there, like I said, we still charge because, you know, we were starting to take it apart because it was burnt up, and we were going to replace the motor starter, the the contactor stuff and all that. And I was like, you know, we're still going to charge, because they opened another work order while we were there to check it, because they're like, oh, it's not working, go ahead and check it. And then someone else calls us, and it's like, oh no, the installing company's already checking it, and I don't know what. So like,
That'd be frustrating as hell, bro.
yeah, my dad was already like, he
Yeah.
had it up to there. And but we still charge. I mean, it's all billable time. Like, we don't go out for nothing. We learned our lesson, you know, doing that before, where we were giving out freebies. But like, my dad gets pissed because he said the same thing. He's like, it's a waste of time. We could have done other calls that we had on hold and this and that, and then like it takes us away from other stuff. So
For sure. Yeah.
But you got to bill for your time.
yeah, that's one thing that my dad, when we started, because I was always like charge for everything, right? My dad was like a little too friendly at times, and then like it would always hurt us. So like now he knows. It took us a few years to figure it out, and then he's like, no, like screw him, like charge whatever.
Hell
You
yeah.
know something I charge for? You know those algae tablets you put in drains?
Yeah.
I charge $1 for every tablet.
Kurt out here just doing God's work.
I always tell people like, for stuff like that, that's like,
I like that idea though.
yeah, that's like cheap to you, like wire nuts, anything like that. Like, I would say charge for everything, and it can be like that, like $1 a piece, or it could be like a minimum that you have, right? My dad likes to do the miscellaneous
I just kind of
line item, right?
Yeah.
Just cover it.
Speaking of those pan tablets, you seen them? What is it? Is it the new Calgon ones that are like? I think did we talk about this last time?
Oh,
The big orange ones.
I hadn't seen those.
So they're thick, bro. They look like a damn a tum, like two tums. Anyways, They're like one lasts up. It's either 3 months or 6 months just for one, right? And it comes with 200, and then little bottles of the things come with 200, and I forget what the price is, but the big tub, it's fucking like $200, bro. But I'm like, holy shit! But here's the thing, right? It's one every 6 months, so 2 a year per system, whereas the little guys are 3 per month. So you know what I mean?
3 per month. It's gonna go out there every month.
So no, that's what I'm saying. Well, what I do for our maintenance is what we do is I leave 6 of them, and then I'll just say, hey, when you change your filter, if they do it, just drop it in the clean out. It makes them feel like, you know what I mean? Even though it does, like read the bottle. I'll have to get it. We got the one at our supply house has what was the Assurity ones, which was I was like, whatever. But I'll take a picture and I'll send you all that. But anyways, I was like, yeah, give me this big tub, and they're like $200. I was like, I'll put it back. I was like, yeah. I think it was like, what are they, like $15 or $20 or something for the little guys?
Yeah.
I was like, God.
I'll throw them in there by the handful.
Nah, dude. I'll take a picture of those tomorrow too. But I'm pretty sure it's like New Calgon that does those big orange ones.
With somebody who makes some that are white and chalky. And every time I would open the bottle, I'd breathe in that chalk, and I just quit using them because of that.
That was smelling salts, Kurt. Kurt, you gotta go hit the bench press now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah, we have the new Calgon ones, and I have the refrigeration technology spray that they have too.
I use that coupled with 3 tablets in the pan. Then I leave a couple in the.
Yeah,
just 3 tablets in the pan. You skimping?
Well, Kurt, you
get charged for that, man.
$1? No, but it's for maintenance. Like, do you like when you go out your I don't know, like how do you just like how many do you decide? Because when I watch it, you take a handful and you stuck them motherfuckers in there, bro. I see you. So how do you know how many you threw? You're like, yeah, well, I feel
about this many is like 10.
My man said we just bought a new bottle a day. I love that.
If it's bad clogged up, I will load it up.
Some places need it. I have a couple locations like that because it just constantly runs, and they are kind of filthy to begin with. We've tried to clean them up as best we could.
What we do on our the installs is we cap our drain lines while it's sitting there. And we just put some I put some drain solve in there, cap it, fill it with water, let that shit permeate while we're doing the install, and when we're done, bleed it out and clean it. You know what I mean? Because because our I don't know how it is up your way. We're down your way. Our line sets and drain lines are under the ground through a chase in the foundation. It's stupid.
So your P-trap is underground?
Essentially because it comes up out of the ground and it just it's like a big ass trap. So that's why we always have
way to do that.
It's Florida, bro. Like mine, I would just take this shit out the side wall right here instead of it comes out the unit, runs 2 feet, 90s straight down, goes into the thing, 90s out about maybe 10 feet there, then it 90s back up, then there's a 90 at the and that's why a lot of my summertime videos will just be like drain lines. You know what I mean?
I know it.
Yeah, that doesn't look fun at all. I've never seen one under the ground here.
I've got a few that I take care of, and there's one of them that is constantly a problem. Like twice every summer, we got to go out there and blow it out with nitrogen or something because it's just impacted with dirt and algae and.
Yep. Yes, sir. Good old Florida. Golly. What are you reading? What's funny?
No, I'm listening to you.
Oh, we have something good. Nah.
Oh no. Well, I read this one.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he already asked this question. I don't take baths.
It's his favorite question to ask.
That's funny. B-Rye. I was listening to the HVAC school. They had the podcast. It was since system cleanup for non-condensables and stuff today. And they were talking about the line sets, like, and Brian was talking about, he used to work at a big company down here called Del Air, and to pull copper, you got to push it through that chase, and people would do it without caps or tape and like all that sand and
Oh
dirt.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, God, could you imagine?
No, yeah, I think I saw that or saw some of it, but yeah, I didn't think. I don't know.
It's okay.
Oh, I don't do that. I don't deal with that, so I don't know.
It's
Just dropping RTUs over here, you know.
just my man doing real work.
well, you got to shove a line set through a foam padded cabinet. You might get some foam in there.
Yeah,
True story.
I don't know. I also reuse the line sets if they're in decent shape. I'm reusing the line sets, flush them out, clean them out. I'm good.
Yeah, no,
Because some of them are a pain in the ass to replace.
Yeah, for sure. And like the best you can do is flush it. I ended up flushing the line set. The video I'm gonna drop. I cut that bitch open. Oil just was like everywhere. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. And it was just like, go, you know. I mean, it was a bad day. And so I ended up flushing it. It was just it's not much to do, but still, that extra step.
Yeah, I had one that the evaporator I changed out the other week. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had to I pressed it in. I had to unsweat the reducer on the old evaporator because I think I forgot. I ordered a press reducer from Johnstone, right? Because I didn't take that into account. I totally skipped over it. I didn't know that they had changed the line set size going out. Now, my Johnstone dropped the ball, and I'm not going to go pay for it. They're going to end up keeping it. It never came in. It didn't come in on time. They said it would come in by a certain day. This and that just never came in. So I had to unsweat the reducer that it originally had and reuse it. And I was totally prepared for it. It was I was there unsweating it, whatever. And a pocket of gas must have been in there, or the oil, right? Hit me right in the face, and then like almost knocked me out. And I was ready for it, but it still hit me.
It always finds its way, bro. Like your eyes start breathing at that time, and like everything just decides to hit you, and then it's like mustard gas.
It's rough. It's rough when it hits you.
I thought I was ready for it, man. Like I had to take a minute. I was like, oh shit, that was rough.
Yeah, speaking of pressing and having to do a reducer, I was doing a coil today.
Mm-hmm.
My intention was to press in the coil, but I had 7/8 coming down, and then the outlet on the coil was 3/4, so I couldn't use my elbow.
Kurt, what you do is you just pinch it with a pair of channel locks, and you're good, bud.
On
You
a press fitting.
Yeah, bud, you're good. I'm sure somebody's like, "Oh, that's all you gotta do." Like, oh man,
I used to do that all the time. I never used to buy reducers.
I got one for y'all. Stay tuned, everybody, to the YouTube channel. We got one. I'll tell y'all.
That's how I was taught. Just pinch it.
Yeah,
I've done a bunch of them.
I used to do that. Now I try to buy the reducer if I can, but like for the most part, I used to just pinch them.
I mean, like if you got a 3/8 dryer and you got 5/16 line set, you either got to have the reducer or you got to pinch it.
I don't mind the pinch.
Swedge it up a little bit, make it a little bit bigger, give it a little bell fitting to get in there, maybe.
Oh yeah, if you can, yeah.
Without splitting that shit. Like, damn it.
Oh, my brother would get pissed because like I would send him to go get or to make me like little couplings and stuff like that with the swaging tool.
I used to have to do that shit with my dad. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like that's all I did all day, man. I'm like,
yeah. After a while, I'm like, he never came back. So I like peeked over the roof. I peeked over and I saw him, and he was getting frustrated. He kept cracking them.
yeah.
And I was like, dude. I was like, didn't they? Because he went to the same school I did. I was like, didn't they teach you how to kind of mitigate that?
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah. It's just cheap. He would always. It was a cheap Chinesium copper, man. That's what it was.
Yeah, I've been there.
Have y'all noticed that the copper on these mini splits that are coming out is just junk?
Dude.
It's like thinner or something.
Like copper, if you order the copper line sets with a mini split,
Like the insulated ones.
yeah, they're just junk.
Yeah, it's like you look like you look at them and it'll just start bending and like, yeah.
I did a job for somebody. He ordered all his own stuff.
Oh,
I even used a tubing bender,
and it's still.
and it still kinked and.
Oh, that's happened to me once. I was like, how the hell did I kink this?
Brand new, like beautiful, like yeah, this is
And
and you
it's
just
junk.
yep. I'm like, what the? And then you just best off by doing that shit by hand at that point because you're like, and you look at the die to make sure that you're not like got the wrong size.
The wrong size. Yeah, I've been there, and I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, it's. I think it was something similar. Like it didn't feel right. Something was off about it, and I tried to bend it, and then just kinked.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I tried to use a scrap piece that I had just sitting in the back of the truck, and I was like, instead of taking the roll out, and I was like, I'll just try to use this, and it's already kind of bent. And I was like, nah, we'll make it work. And I go to click, 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 and take it out, and it's got the fucking nasty, gnarly bend, and I was like, yeah.
Mm.
But we made it work.
Yeah, Mike's like, that's every single new refrigeration unit, thin copper, crappy aluminum.
Yeah.
I've had so many aluminum leaks too, where we got to change out the coil and stuff like that.
There goes the ozone. All this GWP shit. I had a guy comment on one of my videos asking about that. Is that the real HVAC guy? Is he in our chat? How the hell? Yo, he knows we exist. He was like, what did this dude say? He was like, oh, before I evacuated, like did a recovery, he was like, I should have vacuumed it. I was like, I've never heard of that or done that. I was like, please send me the method and I'll try it. And he'd like put this, I was like, send me a video of someone doing it. And he's from the UK, and apparently, because he was like, it takes 10 seconds to do. And I was like, it's on that Vever recovery machine. You know, I was like, all right, dude, that sounds like a good way to do it. I don't.
You vacuum it?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said vacuum it. I'm like,
The machine?
instead of purging my hoses and getting rid of the air, that's what he said. I was like, nah, I said I'll give it a shot. Obviously I'm not going to. Like,
By the way, I like what the folks in the UK call their HVAC guys.
what do they call them?
HVAC engineers.
Let's go, because we are sanitation engineers. You know, everybody can have an engineer name at the end of it. You know.
Yeah, Mike's like restricted cap tubes. I would see that a lot with the true prep coolers, and then leaking R290 units. I feel like, yeah, they don't last. They don't even last the year because they always end up getting. I get called out or I'll notice them, and then like they're still under whatever warranty from the installing company or whoever.
Just call it propane. Just call it propane.
Propane-based refrigerant. Yes.
Did you say propane?
It is propane.
We gonna ride. We gonna ride. We gonna ride.
You guys work on York.
Yes.
Propane. Nope. Nobody. Okay, y'all suck.
Do you like York?
York.
It's funny. I just talked to a guy today about that. I haven't, since I've been here, I haven't seen a York system. I've never, like in Florida. Now, when I left the company in Maryland, that was their secondary system. It was Train, and then it would go to York. So
York is a lot like Linux. They used to be really good, and some people love them, but they've kind of gone to Chinesium stuff like everybody else, and it might be good, it might not.
Yeah.
My old house had a York, and it worked really well, but it was an older unit. It was an R22 unit, but it worked great.
Is there
the old Yorks were good. They were solid pieces of equipment.
They were like just really big on commercial, right? Like they were. That's what I saw up in Maryland. I saw a lot of York rooftops.
I've only seen like a couple locations with them here. Everything here has been Carrier and Train.
Carrier. Got that blue oval.
All right, guys. I don't know. I don't see any other questions. I don't know if we've been here an hour. I don't want to keep you guys up too late.
Yeah,
Kurt?
I'm done.
No,
Damn.
I need my rest and relaxation.
Yeah, my man, you ain't lying, dude.
Work's big enough for me too. So I'm getting tired over here, but I'm doing a lot of maintenance too. So kind of getting a little bit of both.
There you go, nice balance.
Yeah, Kurt's favorite thing to do.
Bro, it'll never die. Kurt,
What the maintenance is?
yeah. This is the special the climate controls maintenance plan, please. I'd like to sign up. I saw the ad. We're gonna make something. Get ready for it. Get ready.
I was gonna do like a meme of it too, but I haven't gotten around to it.
Well, yeah, we got you. We got you covered.
I don't sell them. Like I said, I'll do it if I see a need or if somebody asks me to do it. But I'm not selling a plan where I
Now-
come out twice a year.
Yeah, believe me, I hate it. I don't like doing it either. Like right now, I'm dreading the ones that I'm doing, but I mean, it's money.
Yeah.
All right,
I try to look at them as I'm doing this to try to find anything that's wrong.
For sure, dude. It's a checkup. You should go to the doctors every 6 months, right? So and you want the doctor to give you a full evaluation and find out everything that's what.
No, not really.
You don't want exactly right. That no, dude, you're good. You're fucking weight. You're a little overweight, but that's okay. You know, it's like your capacitor's a little out of range. Your compressor's overamping, and your fan's not running. But other than that, we'll see you in 6 months. But you're right. That's basically what it is. But then you obviously do your due diligence to clean it and do what you got to do. But yeah, you try to find what's wrong with that shit and then get to the root.
There's always something wrong with it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna cue it out. See you guys next time.
Later.
All right.
Peace.